What's up, YouTube? It's your boy, Super Nerd, coming at you with part 16, I think, of Rise of the Argonauts. And let's talk to these centaurs.
Bisa, don't leave. You were by my side from the beginning.
We were wrong, Lycus. We should not have come here.
Don't say that. Hypnage must live near the shrine. One last push and we can bring back the bridge. We can do it, Bisa. We can save our people.
Look around you, Lycus. There is no village left to save. I will be on the next barge. I hope you are on it too.
Well, let's go see what the problem is here.
So, you're the ones from that ship, eh? I am Agrios, but you should really speak with Lycus first. Far too much work for chatter. Mend the shields, Agrios. More spears, Agrios.
You're preparing for a fight, I see. Not planning on leaving like the others.
I did not cross the seas, only to turn tail when up against it. This tribe chose me to be an elder, under Lycus. As long as any remain, I remain as well.
What is it that you do here, Agrios?
I work as a bronze weaver.
Centaur arms and armor are highly regarded for their craftsmanship.
A bronze weaver is something like what your kind call a blacksmith. We Nisiros believe that all things created have a life. Weapons, pots, homes, everything. I don't choose the form to give to a piece of metal. I only help it become the form it chooses for itself.
A beautiful perspective. Similarly, a good staff is not made, but found. I like to think of my own staff as a child of a great tree. A child overcome with wanderlust to see the world.
We won't take any more of your time.
What about this guy?
Yes? I overheard you and Lycus. You plan to leave Saria?
Not that it is any concern of yours, but I am leaving as soon as the barge returns.
Is the situation that dire?
Dire? Stay a while and see for yourself. I worry for my people. Some fool adventurer wants to get himself killed. I will not stop him.
Alrighty, well, this guy has no respect for anything. And no courage.
What's that smell? Oh, sorry, human. An old one, but a good one. I'm Gorgidos. Welcome to Saria.
Trouble?
We hear there's trouble on Saria. You don't sound overly concerned.
Trouble? Let's see. We face a nation of angry satyrs and a terrible, unstoppable monster. On the other hand, most of the tribe has deserted, which means more wine and pipe weed for the rest of us. All just aside, friend. I'm afraid you'll find most in our village not quite themselves. Don't judge us by what you find now. That's all I'm saying.
What can you tell me of your leader? The one known as Lycus.
I'd go to Tartarus and back for him, and I'm afraid of the dark. What's that tell you? He is as right and savvy as they come. It is not his fault what has happened here, but Hermes' fortune has a way of turning just when you need it the most.
We take our leave, Gorgidos.
Off you go then. Be safe.
That is true. Hermes' luck will turn on a dime. What about this guy?
That's some ship you have out there, stranger. My name is Croesus. I bid you welcome in troubled times.
Your work?
What's your role in the tribe, Croesus?
Before our troubles, I was a vintner. Now I do whatever an old centaur can.
You don't look much older than the others.
Kind of you to say, stranger. Centaurs show their age differently than your kind. Suffice to say, I've nearly twice the years of any of the others, save for Gilios.
What can you tell me of Saria and this village?
This village is the last refuge of our tribe, the Nisiros. We came here from Arcadia, hoping to start a new life. After a couple of hopeful years, death appeared in the form of a terrible creature we call Hypnage. Most of our tribe has left. A few choose to stay and fight. I'm too old to do much in battle, but I'll help those who can.
Good man.
I'll take my leave now, Croesus.
A serious punishment. The body of a criminal left to rot, denied last rites, completely ignored.
Whatever he did, he likely deserved his fate. Let's move on.
Did he really? What about you? What you got for me, Gilios?
Welcome, traveler. I am Gilios. You must excuse me, my mind is troubled at the moment.
Your work?
What is it you do here, Gilios?
Please, I mean no disrespect, but I cannot speak right now. You should go and visit with Lycus.
Rude. What do you got for me?
So, you're the travelers. Welcome to Saria. I'm Pantaleon, healer of the Nesiros. May I ask what brings you here?
We seek one who shares the blood of Hermes. We've been told there's such a person on this island.
I fear someone is having a jest at your expense. But you should speak with Lycus. Perhaps he knows more than I.
Your work?
You have many wounded to tend to, Pantaleon.
What, this? Today is a good day, traveler. You should have seen us after the battle on the bloody plains. The whole village was an infirmary that day.
Who wounded these centaurs?
This lot ran into a pack of satyrs while they were gathering food in the jungle, just past the bloody plains. Our stores of herbs and food are critically low. If we forage, we are killed. If we don't, we starve.
What took place on the bloody plains?
A great battle. Every centaur who could hold a spear took part. We fought the satyrs for 3 days straight. In the end, we drove them off, but we lost many of our own. Lately, the satyrs are venturing further from the jungle. That bodes ill for this village.
Pantaleon, what can you tell us of your leader, Lycus?
The Aleph is a great centaur. His vision for a new way of life is the reason I am here. That vision gets harder to see each day, though. You should speak with him. Guests may lift his spirits.
Thank you for your time, Pantaleon.
What about you?
Those caps must be kicking in. Yuwate panta, itomi po kitaka.
That's Stracus. You will have to forgive him. I gave him some mushrooms to ease his pain. For a while, he is going to be difficult to understand.
Haha, panta, wata tokechi, ganyes.
Can you tell me what he's saying?
Tokechi es traveler? Nichi letato kamani.
Forgive him. He says what a strange man to travel with a pet goat.
These mushrooms, do they grow abundantly on Saria?
I'm sure he wouldn't say that normally.
Haha, ganyes, ganyes.
What mushrooms did he eat?
Lethcaps. They ease pain and help wounds heal. There are side effects,
but our size helps to dilute their mind-altering effects. If one of your size were to eat just a single cap, you'd likely go mad.
Fascinating. I'd love to examine one of these caps.
Not now, Pan.
Ha, Panta! What a tokechi! Kanyes! Kanyes!
How was he hurt?
What else? Satyrs. Hypnage does not leave wounded. Strakus was ambushed in the jungle while scouting. One of those fiends slung a rock at his head. His skull's been aching since. Anola Fa! That rock cost him 4 warriors! Boorah!
Heal well, Strakus.
Alright. Who's next? Started Chilios. Yeah, we're going to talk to Lycus.
Nihene, I am Lycus, Aleph of the Nisiros. You are the travelers who arrived on the great boat?
I am Jason, King of Iolcus. We've heard of your troubles. May they soon pass. We seek a descendant of Hermes on this island. Demelion said you'd be the one to ask.
Then I'm sorry to disappoint you. Hermes has abandoned this village. You will not find his blood here.
And beyond the village.
Perhaps elsewhere on this island?
Beyond this tribe, only brutes and beasts call Saria home. I doubt they are what you seek. There is a shrine to Hermes on Saria, but it lies across an impassable ravine to the north. Between here and there is the jungle, Satyr territory. My tribe knows a way across, but it would be dangerous.
Whatever the danger, we're not leaving until we find what we seek.
Then our purposes may align, Jason. I too have a reason to visit the shrine.
What do you hope to find there?
My tribe is being driven off this island. A beast we call Hypnage hunts my people. Its very presence has turned the satyrs against us. Try as we might, we cannot kill the beast in the wild.
How would Hermes' shrine change that?
I suspect Hypnage's den is near the shrine. Even the most fearsome beasts must rest. If we find its home, we can kill it.
Now for the catch. How does one cross the ravine to reach the shrine?
Soon after arriving on Saria, we discovered a pair of ancient herms, divine monuments created by Hermes himself. When we relit the devotional flames and prayed before these herms, a sacred bridge extended across the ravine.
These Herms, they're in the jungle.
Now overrun by satyrs. Yes, but if they can be reclaimed, then the shrine is open to us.
Can you spare one of your scouts to help us find the sacred Herms?
I will give you our best, my daughter. She will show you what must be done to restore the bridge. Once across, she can determine if the beast's den is there. With that proof, I believe enough of my people will be willing to make one more attempt to slay Hypnage. My people will be saved, and you will gain access to Hermes' most sacred site. What say you, Jason?
Serves my purpose.
I'll search the entire island if I have to. This shrine seems a good place to start.
Praise Hermes. Chromus!
Yes, Aleph?
Tell my daughter to welcome our guests. She is to be their guide.
It will be as you say, Aleph.
My daughter's lodge is across from mine. She is headstrong, but she knows this land better than any other. Fair winds to you, Jason. The hopes of my tribe now rest in your hands. May you find what you seek. My daughter awaits you in the lodge across from my own. Once she is with you, the guards will grant you passage in...
Lycus,
Certainly. Ask what you will.
Nah.
this beast, Hypnage. I need to know all you can tell me.
Of course. She appeared about a year ago, after we had rid Saria of its manticores. Hypnage resembles one of those beasts, but giant in size, and with strange markings. She is the perfect huntress. Most troubling of all, she leaves no tracks and can vanish from sight. My people are not cowards, Jason, and they know how to fight. But in the wild, we have no answer for Hypnage.
We'll read.
Alright, we're gonna get going. We're gonna talk to his daughter.
Kichita, Omasatiro.
You went into the jungle, didn't you? Found some satyrs, I see. Or did they find you?
Shut it, Chromis. Phalian's out there somewhere. If the satyrs got him, he won't last long.
He knew the risk, same as you. Olezina Olezeni.
Hoktakuni. He'd have gone looking for you.
And that's why he is Hypnage's next meal and I am still alive. Enough of him. I see our guests outside. Lycus says you are to guide them.
Guide them? Wata agaze. Heteke welo.
How should I know? They're your kind, not mine. His name is Jason. A king or something. Perhaps you can be his princess.
Manticore have your tongue?
You're Lycus's daughter? You're human.
Sharp eye, stranger. What gave me away?
Amazing. You speak the centaur tongue better than any human I've heard.
A scholar. How exciting. The name's Atalanta. Now what's this about me being a guide? What's going on?
It appears we have a common goal. We need to get to Hermes' shrine.
Why?
We seek a descendant of Hermes. The shrine seems the best place to search.
Not the answer I was expecting, but fair enough. Next question. What makes you think you can reach the shrine when our best warriors have failed?
I must find that shrine. You have no idea what's at stake for me. We will not fail.
You've got no shortage of Tiza, I'll give you that.
Tiza?
It means either courage or foolishness. Not sure yet which. I could look for Phalian while we're out. All right, Jason. You've got yourself a guide.
Glad to have you, Atalanta.
We should speak to some of the others before we leave. The Beastmaster, Nessus, was out in the jungles just last week. He'd know the satyr positions. One of our scouts went missing this morning. His father, Gilios, might know more about where he went. The day gets no younger, and neither do we. Let's go stretch our legs. Unless you've got questions for me.
What's your story?
How did you come to be a member of a centaur tribe?
My parents brought me here as a babe. After they died, I was alone. A few years ago, the Nasiros arrived. At first, I hid from them, watching from a distance. One day, I returned to the cave where I was living and found Lycus waiting for me. He'd been watching me and tracked me to my home. He offered me a place in the tribe. Though I was not as big or as fast as a centaur, my knowledge of Saria was useful to the Nasiros.
You lived on your own after your parents died? For how long?
Hard to say. 8, 10 years. My father taught me how to hunt. I learned for myself how to stay alive. Before the centaurs came, I hadn't spoken a word in years. The leaves rustling in the wind, the tracks of my prey, the beat of the satyr drums. That was my language.
Alrighty. Well,
We can talk more later. For now, let's stay alert and move out.
Find out
Bright eyes, light feet. To Hermes' shrine.
this guy was just out in the jungle.
It's not in the nature of these beasts to be tamed.
What is it, Atalanta?
We're headed for Hermes' shrine. Myself and these travelers.
Does Lycus know of this?
It was his idea.
Ah, that desperate fool. And just who are these travelers?
My name is Jason. This is Pan. He's unlike the satyrs you may be used to here.
A pleasure.
Why are you so willing to help us?
Not his business.
Our purpose here is our own. With or without you, we're going to Hermes' shrine.
I wonder if you'll speak so boldly after meeting Hypnage.
Nessus, you were the last to venture into the jungles. What can you tell us?
Satyrs are closer than ever. Jungles are crawling with them. They've made a den in the cave where one of the sacred herms is located. So expect a fight. Anything else?
Thank you for your help, Nessus.
Odds are you're heading to your death. Don't thank me for that.
You'd be happy, let's be honest.
Nehene Aurelion. We're heading out.
Hermes guide you then. Traveler, a word of advice. Listen to Atalanta. Follow her lead, and you may come back alive.
Let me make sure this guy has he's smoking his pipe. Alrighty, let's go. Adventure into the jungles of Saria. That's not safe. Pop Aegis. Oh my jeez, I'm almost dead. Come on. Oh, you biscuit. Oh, you biscuit. He's dead. Haha. Oh, what? Got him. Okay.
Anyone care to tell me what's going on? We've seen no other ship land on Saria. Who are these men?
Black tongues. Worshippers of the dark titan Hecate.
Why do they want to kill Jason?
The Black Tongues murdered my wife. They want to make sure she stays murdered.
What do you mean?
There's a prophecy. They believe her death will bring them great power. We're seeking the Golden Fleece, Atalanta. That's why we're here. That's why we need a descendant of Hermes.
You're trying to bring your wife back from the dead?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes. And as long as I continue, the Black Tongues will try to stop me. Let's keep moving.
There are some magnificent natural features here. Just a day's stroll could inspire an entire series of odes. These cliffs, for example.
This place is Mache Seca, Mache Awape. Cursed. Ill luck. Bad things happen here.
One thinks it's inspiring, one thinks it's cursed. Well, okay. Vile saviors. Wait, still alive. Come on. Down we go. Oh my jeez, that guy's so good. Oh my jeez, yeah, there you go. Let's just combo them together. Wow, that combo, you really can get combos. Dead. 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 Yeah, see, it's just boom. Stun, stab, stun, stab. Wow. That is pretty good. Pretty efficient, I would say.
It's written in Centaur. Will you read it, Atalanta?
Oa kunka le oblaya weya. The great battle of the bloody plains. Yan apete, yan anepi. 3 days, 3 nights. Centaure et satiro. Centaurs and satyrs. Otto Gazette. Many were the dead. Gelios carved this herm after the battle.
Okie dokie. Well, that was not the most informative herm in the world. If I do say so myself. Oh, that's kind of disturbing. Super dead. Oh my jeez. Yeah, go unfixable camera angle.
Alien. Damn you, Hypnage.
He's been dead for hours. We couldn't have saved him.
I will have that beast's hide. Kichita. I will have its hide. There's something unnatural about that beast. I've never heard of a manticore so large.
Damn it all. I should have gone with him. I have some blame in his death. I cannot speak the rights. Jason, will you do it?
I could do it for you, but I didn't know him. How could I commend his virtues to the gods?
I'll tell you what you need to know.
Very well.
Then let the gods be witness to these last rites. Hear me, bright-eyed Athena. In your name, I deliver Phalion, fallen scout of the Nisiros. Atalanta, speak of the life and virtues of the fallen so that the gods may hear.
Phalion was a brave scout. When others were unwilling to venture into the jungle, he would always volunteer. He was a great singer of songs. His voice would cheer the village, even in our darkest times. He was a loving son. He helped Gelios in his work as Lorguard, and sought medicine for his father, at great risk to himself. And Phalion had a mind for strategy. He helped Nessus form our plan to turn back the satyrs on the bloody plains.
A worthy centaur, truly. I will speak of his virtues. Phalion was a cunning strategist, whose wits helped his tribe achieve a great victory. May our wits be as sharp as our blades in the battles we are to face. Phalion of the Nasiros, find now your eternal place. Find now the fate you deserve. You are released from this mortal tether. May unyielding Hades have mercy on your spirit.
Thank you, Jason. Thank you. When we get back to the village, we must tell Gelios of his son's fate. As for now, the first of the sacred Herms lies just over there.
Well, sad.
I am the Windrunner, the spirit guide. This land I call my own. Listen for me in the rustling leaves. Hear me in the ocean breeze. The Herm has been relit.
I've been told the first Herms were the work of Hermes' own hands.
The second Herm is in a cave to the east. Let's go.
It's always in a cave. Let's know. Savey spot. Oh.
Atalanta, can you read this Herm?
Kepa et oyeye waka. Te wapaze lecheacte. Let's call to the messenger. He will show you the bridge across the great ravine. Lycus himself carved this Herm.
Well, what a great man. He carved a Herm. Amen. Gotta have that knowledge.
This is where I killed my first satyr. I was probably around 8 or 9. I was cleaning a manticore when it emerged. Nessus was the last to enter the jungle and return. He said the satyrs made a den in the cave ahead. During the day, they'll likely be outside.
Let's find the saving point and we'll go to the saving. Oh, and next time we'll kick it off straight into the action with those satyrs. Worshipping the air. But for now, I'll catch you leave a like, comment, subscribe, dislike. It all helps. It's all appreciated. I'll catch you guys in the next one. Later.